In today's video, I'm going to be showing you 6 stretches that will help balance out sitting down all day. Unfortunately, going to the gym 3 or 4 times a week doesn't cancel out sitting down for 8 to 10 hours every day. If you incorporate these movements into your daily routine, it's going to really help to improve your mobility, your flexibility, and therefore your strength and fitness goals. If you don't know who I am, my name is Max Lowery, the author of The 2 Meal Day, and I run a website called 2mealday.com. The 2 meal day is the simplest and most effective method of intermittent fasting. So if you enjoy this video, make sure you hit subscribe and share with your friends. This is an issue that can affect lots of people.
With this, stand with your feet shoulder width apart, hands on your hips, bend your knees slightly, and then the aim of this is to push your hips as far back as you can so you feel your hamstrings lengthen. Then just slowly stand up and squeeze your glutes, squeeze your butt cheeks as you stand up. Just keep repeating this, really controlled, but the more you push your hips back, the more you're going to feel the stretch. Aim to keep your chest up as you push your hips back, and really try and squeeze those glutes as hard as you can each time you stand up. With this, have your feet shoulder width apart, place your hands behind your head, lean with your elbow down to one side at the same time as pushing your hips in the opposite direction. So with one elbow going as close towards the ground as you can, you're pushing your hips in the opposite direction. The more you push your hips out, the more you bring the elbow down, the more you're going to feel it in your lat underneath your armpit. This one may feel very strange at first. It's quite a difficult movement to do for the first time, but you've got to keep your arms completely straight with your shoulders directly above your hands. And then you're just aiming to move with the shoulder blades, like you're doing press-ups just with your shoulder blades. There's 2 variations, one kneeling on the ground like this, really controlled, trying to get as much range as you can, just moving those shoulder blades up and down. Then once you get used to that movement, you can try the full version, which is knees off the ground, like you're doing press-ups, but your arms are completely straight and the movement comes from your shoulder blades. All the way up, all the way down, using your breath. Just do as many as you can, go to failure. With your resistance band or towel, hold it as wide as you can, keeping your arms completely straight. Then gradually bring your arms all the way above your head, behind you, and then forward again. Really slowly, keeping the arms completely straight. If it feels too easy, then basically bring your hands slightly closer together. The closer they come, the harder it is. Don't force this, and if there's any pain, stop. Aim for 10 in each direction. To begin with, get yourself into a press-up position, and then bring one foot as far forward as you can, ideally flat on the ground, at the same time as keeping your back leg off the ground. And then just hold that position and try moving your hips around in different directions. Then very slowly switch over to the other side and do exactly the same thing, moving your hips around in different directions, keeping your arms straight, keeping the back leg straight, breathing really deeply. Repeat this a few times each side, gradually increasing the stretch a bit more each time. With this one, get into a nice deep squat position with your feet flat, ideally quite wide, and then get your elbows on the inside of your knees and gradually start pushing out one side at a time. Make sure you're pushing out on your knees the whole time, keeping your chest upright. You can try bouncing up and down, just feeling the stretch in different positions. Hold this for 30 seconds or so, just gradually increasing the stretch a bit more as time goes on, and then slowly stand up out of the stretch as if you're standing out of a squat.
How did you find the stretches? I know they might seem quite difficult at first, but I promise, if you aim to do these 2 or 3 times a day, every day, and I don't mean spending hours doing it, just 5 or 10 minutes, 2 or 3 times a day, it's going to really transform your flexibility and your mobility. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit subscribe, share with your friends, and for more information about the 2 meal day, head over to 2mealday.com.